guys, Rick Shaw here, and I just did a video on the one-year review of the Honda Mobilio, and a subscriber got on here and had a nice comment and stuff that he writes, and he comments on a lot of my posts or anything, and you know, he's a Toyota guy, and here I got these Hondas, and I really like my Hondas. So this is for Carl Oni. I hope I'm saying that right. It's O-N-I. But I hope I'm saying that right, Carl. If not, correct me. But I should absolutely be a Toyota man, because I'm going to tell you a story happened to me. I was in California and living up in the desert, and I had a neighbor lady, widow lady. She was in her late 60s, and my next door neighbor, super nice lady. And we were talking over the back fence, and she said she wanted to go to Las Vegas, but couldn't get anyone to drive. And I said, well, you have to have a driver? And she said, yeah, usually it was her son that would drive her, but he can't go. And she said, if I knew anybody who would take her, she said she would pay the gas back and forth and would pay for their hotel night. It's like, all right, I'll take you. So, and she goes, we'll take my car. And she had this older Toyota. When I got in, it had 189,000 miles on the clock. So we were getting ready to go, and I said, well, you want me to go the next day? You want me to go ahead and check the oil and all? She said, no, that's all that stuff's good. Okay. The car, she always kept it clean. She had somebody washing it and all this stuff. And we drove all the way out to Las Vegas. I don't know how many miles it was, but it takes hours. It's a pretty good drive. And that car never missed a beat. It just ran perfectly down the road. It was the Camry. And so we get there, and then stayed up pretty late. And the next day, it was probably around noon or so. And they didn't have us on the same floor. My hotel room was down. I said, I don't need anything, just a bed, you know. And she got a fancy room. I said, you don't got to buy me no expensive room. I'm just going to be sleeping anyway. And I don't gamble. I just sort of walk around the malls. I actually like to go to places to eat. And I went bowling. There's a bowling alley over there. So I said, let me have your keys, and I'll go ahead and check your oil. And she's like, yeah, okay, but it's okay. But so I popped that hood open. I think that was the first time that hood had ever been open. I pulled the dipstick out, and there was nothing except burnt. I looked at the radiator fluid. It was orange. The belt was really cracked and messed up. The hoses were just trash looking. The radiator reserve tank was all dried and encrusted in there. And I thought, well, you get a car like that, you never do anything to them. If you do, they'll break. So I went ahead and just closed it all back up and went up to give her keys back up to her room. And I said, when's the last time you had the oil changed on this thing? And she looked at me and she says, silly, it came with oil. She had that car for years, 189,000 miles, and never did a thing to it. It ran like a top. And we drove it home. We drove the thing back, and I lived next to her almost another year, and she was driving it all the time. That's why I should be a Toyota man. But also, I got some other news on the bicycle. You know, I could have sent it back. I've got a hold of the company. I wish I could get their name. It's so hard to do this phone thing. But I'll tell you the name of the company. But here's what happened. I got the you can't get customer service for Lazada. They're just a royal pain in the butt to get anyone to talk to you at all. But this company, I'm trying to find it right now. Delivered. I wonder why it's so hard to find all this. Okay, sorry. It's I'm leaving you some dead air here. It's just such a pain trying to find this stuff. I won't tell you the name of the company, but what happened? I got to hold back and forth on the chat. I'll get the name and tell you in another video. I can't seem to find it right now, but I didn't really want to send the bike back. She said, I got two choices for you. I'll send you, just send the bike back, and we'll refund your money, or we'll send you a whole new rear wheel. Well, hey, I bought the bike because I wanted it, and then when I got it, I thought, yeah, it's a pretty sharp looking little bike. It's probably going to be mostly for my wife and just me to jump on for these short rides that I can walk with. We don't ever go that fast. It's just for around the block with the kids and stuff like that. So they're going to send me out a whole new wheel, which is really cool. And I don't know why you can't find this. But a very, very nice person I was dealing with. And they show it was delivered. I don't know why these, they should have the name of all this stuff on there real big, of the company you bought it from. But they don't. I don't know why they do that. It's just such a shame I can't find it. But they're pretty cool people. I'll get their name here one of these times when it's not so sunny and I can actually see the phone better. When I'm out here in the bright sunlight, even with the thing all the way up. That's another thing I want to do, a little review on this. I'll do just a quick one right now. I haven't really been much for like these smartphones or anything. I never really had them when I was in the States. Of course, that's been years ago, so they weren't like they are now. And then when I came here, I just carry a little dumb phone. I don't get anything fancy. And then we lost our internet service over at our house around 2016. And so I got a Samsung phone. Everybody said, okay, those are good ones. And I have to admit, that first one, it was J7 Pro Plus. Never had a problem with that phone. The thing just was fantastic. Worked as advertised, did everything I wanted, and that was basically my computer, because we didn't have the service for the house anymore, and we just buy, and it was cheaper for us too. It was only $100 a week to get this data plan, and I never use up the whole plan what they give you. And so I got it, and it worked great. Well, then of course I sat on the dang thing and broke it, and I had the screen fixed, but it was kind of a cheesy job. And I went ahead and said, well, what the heck, about time to get another one. Well, then I got this new one here. This is A50 from Samsung. And I'll be honest with you, I absolutely hate it. While you're using it, it'll lose the signal, and the only way you can reacquire the signal is to shut it off and reboot the stupid phone. Go figure that. The keyboard always messes up. It'll start where, when the keyboard comes down, you'll push like an A on this side and it'll put up a P, or maybe 3 of them. It does all this weird stuff. So the only way you can fix that is you have to uninstall the keyboard, reinstall it. And they keep sending me all these stupid updates, and I'm getting tired of having to update something all the time, because it eats your data up. It eats up a whole load of data. And it's just, I had one good one that worked perfectly, and now I got this one. And I had my wife a Samsung also. I had got her one. I don't remember the exact model, which one it was. I think it was a J6. And it had problems. So I thought, there's 2 out of 3 Samsungs, so that's it. No more Samsung phones for us. So this last one I got for my wife, because hers was just such a trash piece of junk, not working all the time. Stay away from the phone. Yeah, when I come in. So I got her a Vivio, so something 15 or something like that, and it seems to be a pretty good phone. Seems to be working really good. Vivo, something like that. Got it on Lazada. Shipped the thing here. It wasn't too expensive. It's got the 64-bit something or other. And plus I was able to put a 128 card in it for her, so she can load all her pictures. That's one thing I won't ever do with my cell phones again, is leave the pictures in the phone. Because when my phone broke last time, we couldn't get any of the pictures out. So what I do now, everything that I put into the phone goes on. I got a 1 terabyte card in this one, and everything goes onto that. And that way I can take that card out, put it in this little reader thing, and I can give her pictures. I can do anything, so that's really cool. But there's my little deal on the Samsung phones. I had said earlier I was going to talk a little bit about them. But just having a beautiful day. I'm real sweaty. The sun's kind of hot today. It's roasting like one of them pigs. Sweating like a pig anyway. But there's my little things. I'll get the name of the company for the bike people. It's like a bike shop up in Manila. They ship the thing pretty quickly, and you know, they seem like they're going to take care of business on this, which is really cool. Lazada still hasn't given me any money back on anything that's been returned. Nothing. Oil from 3 months ago. That the bicycle that they said was canceled, so I reordered. And then the company calls me and says, "What? You want 2 now?" I said, "Well, no. There's the thing. We sent them a screenshot. Look, it's all canceled." No, we didn't cancel it. That was some kind of, I don't know, snafu that Lazada had. I don't know what the heck that was about. They said you should be getting your bicycle here anytime. Hi, sweetie. So, and then I ordered a little twisty thing for my wife, and that was automatically canceled somehow. Okay, so it's not coming. So there was another store that had a similar one, same price, so I ordered that one. A couple days later, boom, that one's canceled. So there's no money back for any of that stuff. And they send you this stupid thing. I give them the money on my debit card, because for some reason CODs never work for me. Anything I try to do COD, I never get the stuff. It never comes here. I never hear from anybody again. I had some shoes I did that with. I had a bunch of stuff I did that, and that's it. You get a confirmation that there was a COD order, and then boom, months go by and you never hear anything. So I don't know what's up with that. But Lazada just doesn't want to seem to give me the money back for this in a timely manner. They take it immediately, and then they tell me that it takes anywhere from 15 to 45 days to give it back. What's up with that? You know, this is all computerized banking. This is instantaneous stuff. You know, give it back. So my wife and I were talking about it, and the orders that we have coming in, that's it. We won't do any more shopping with these people. We'll try Shopee. I know she uses that and says she doesn't have any problems. So we'll see about that. But yeah, we're pretty much. I've had it with them. You know, I don't mind if it takes a week or something to get your money back. But holy cow, 3 months. 3 months, and the company, I called them up and said, look, until they get the oil back, they're not gonna. Lazada's not going to release it. They have to say that they got their oil back for Lazada to release my money. Well, wait a minute. I never saw the stuff. That's not my fault. I never saw the oil ever. They said they were trying to make delivery attempts 3 times. We were home. There was no delivery attempt, nothing. And then boom, it was canceled. Unable to deliver, canceled. Well, that shows you right there on their own paperwork that I never had anything to do with it. Thanks, buddy. That I never touched it or seen it. So it's got nothing to do with me whether they get it back or not. Nothing to do with me. You get a hold of the shipper or something, because maybe those guys are using the oil now. I don't know what the heck's going on, but I don't think I should be punished for that or penalized and not get my money because they don't got their damn oil back. That's not my problem. So, you know, this is what I run in with these people, and getting a hold of Lazada, somebody, even a chat, forget it. I think they got one chat guy in the whole world, and I think he's working over in India somewhere, and I don't know. I think he just does nothing but speed and takes calls 24 hours a day. I don't know. It really ticks me off that I can't get any of this money back, and it's just a shame. So that's my whine. So you guys take care. Don't forget to pray for each other. And by the way, it is a absolutely beautiful day. We got some nice clouds, and she is hot. So you guys take care. You want to say goodbye for me?
Reach out.